Hey guys, let's talk about this Council Tool Hudson Bay hatchet. This is basically a 2-pound hatchet head on an 18-inch handle made by Council Tools. One of the cool parts about Council is that they're an American company still making tools here in America, which is very rare. Not a lot of axes here made in America. This thing's kind of tough to come by, to be honest. It's not on a lot of sites, and a lot of people who sell it want $40 and $50 for it, which is ridiculous. But if you pay attention, Bailey's online occasionally will have this on sale for $18.99, and that's when I picked it up. I picked this and another axe up, and was able to get the like $10 shipping. So altogether, if you split the shipping in half, it was like 25 bucks for me. So I really like Council Tool. I have, I think, 3 of their axes. They make a really good product. They their philosophy is they can sell you these things for cheap, because they kind of skimp on the fit and finish. And you can see, this is just a painted axe head. They paint it because, they're not perfect. They got flaws. These are drop forged steel. They're not going to take a ton of time to make them perfect and polished. So they slap some paint on it. They leave them pretty dull from the factory. You're definitely going to have to do some sharpening. Once again, that's the thing for them. It helps them save cost. It helps them save liability. And then you as the end user can put whatever edge you want on it yourself. So this thing is a pretty cool design. The Hudson Bays are super popular right now, which is what makes this thing so tough to come by. Lots of times when you go online, these are sold out and on back order. So I was able to snag one of these while I could. Let's talk here. Tough to tell how the grain is up here on the end, because they did paint over it. But you can see there's a round wedge in there. The wood wedge in the center appears to be properly done. It's the appropriate width for the head, and everything looks to be right and okay there. The head is stayed on nice and tight, no problems there. It fits good along the entirety of the bottom, no gaps or areas where that could possibly swing loose. The grain is completely off. It's 90 degrees off, so I did want to point that out. I know that's a huge major deal for some people, ever since an axe to grind kind of got big on YouTube. People are always like, oh my God, grain orientation. But guess what, guys? Forest Service, U.S. Forest Service, does not care about grain orientation. Period. End of story. I know I said it in like 15 videos, but they don't. What's more important to them is that it either be solid, the lighter wood and not the heartwood, or all heartwood, that it not be a mix of the two, and that they also don't want grain runoff, because they consider grain runoff to be more of a threat to the integrity than orientation. So just throwing that out there. This is a really cool design. The Hudson Bays, like I said, are super popular right now. They are known to be a little hinky when it comes to popping loose, because they don't have a lot of real estate on the handle. They're thin up here on the handle. They were originally designed as kind of like trade axe, off the old trade axe style. These things make a really good kind of canoe axe, camp axe. The cool part about them, of course, you can get really high up on them. So if you want to use it for carving, you can get a really good choked up grip on it. They have a really wider bit, so you get a little bit more area to it. And overall, these things are pretty versatile and pretty cool. Not bad. The 18-inch handle with that 2-pound head is a little bit off balance. It's a little off balance, you can tell, but nothing. It's not a deal breaker. I think this would be perfect on a 20-inch handle. I think an extra 2 inches would do a lot of good, Hey, that's what she said. So yeah, I think, but they also offer this in a 28-inch version, which I think is too long. So I would like to see, 20, 21, 22 inches. I think it would be perfect for this head. Like I said, it's going to come dull. You're going to have to sharpen it. But overall, Council Tool uses pretty good steel. Now, they used to advertise their steel as like 1055, but nowadays they just say that it's a high quality tool steel on their website. So I'm not sure if they've made a change in their steel or not. I know their Velvacut line uses 5160 steel, spring steel, so I'm not sure what their low end line like this is using nowadays. It could be 1055, it could be 1075. I'm not 100% sure, but it's a decent 10X series steel, not any garbage stainless. So overall, guys, for a $20 axe, this is an absolute winner. It's very versatile, great around the house. You can keep it in your car, bring it out bushcrafting, camping, hiking. You can even bring it backpacking. It's definitely be a very useful backpacking axe. you're going to be able to take down small trees with this. It's heavy enough and has enough long enough reach where you could probably take good, 4, 5, 6 inch trees with it. You could probably take bigger if you're patient and careful, and you got good technique. But overall, it's it's not a felling axe. It's meant for more kindling and carving and things like that. So overall, I think it's a fantastic deal for the price. That bit, just a nice thin bit to it. Good feel in the hands. Very nice. Just a little off balance, I think. But I think also part of the reason why it's off balance is because there's so much weight forward, and then it's got the very small pole. So a lot of that weight's forward. So when you're swinging it, it really just like pulls. It really seems to want to chop. So you might want to consider, if you're going to be using this hardcore, to drill that out and put a little lanyard hole on there, because I could definitely see this sucker getting away from you if your hands were wet or slippery or something like that. So there it is, guys. This Council Tool Hudson Bay 18 incher, just absolute knock out of the park for value.